Hello, today we're going to be looking at how to do headshots and just a few of the don't do's in Wyrmate right here. So here I have this clip right here. We're going to be going after HSG Homes right here. And first thing I want to say for headshots while we're focused on headshots is this is your map right here of the whole arena. And to do a headshot, you want your opponent's head to be between you. This little red dot right here, that's me. And you want them to be between you and center. You want to be closer to this edge wall. Now, you don't need to be physically right up against the wall. You can be anywhere in the map. As long as they come between you and center for the headshot, that's all that matters. So it's a very simple process, you know, it's a very simple understanding. But it's the different angles, the different, you'll see as we go through the video, it can get quite complicated. So like right here, right now, this is 3D's headshot if he comes this way, and it is also Home's headshot if he comes down. So I'm going to show you what happened to make this my headshot here. So right here, if I can get that little arrow to turn around, you can see how he's come around me right here. And how he's now putting himself in the position, if we look over here on the map, he's coming around me to where it's going to be my headshot. So he's coming around right here, so it's going to be, he's putting himself between me and center. So we're going to let this play out, and you can see right there was the headshot. I'm going to do it this way too, just so you guys can kind of see, maybe. So yeah, so that was point of impact. You can see I got him. This is a really, really good frame to stop it on. So you can see right where I came around and I hit him right on the side of the face there. I know that play button's gonna get in the way of the stream. But hopefully it won't get too annoying here. So we're gonna go over to the next clip. So that's headshot number 1. So he put himself between me and center. He's gonna go to the next clip here in a second. Here we go. So here we're gonna look. So I'm all the way down here now. I'm not at the top of the map. I'm at the bottom of the map. So same thing. Nothing changes except for the angle of where you're at. My headshot is now on the green guy and the yellow guy. Okay. This guy has no name. And I think this is FL Luciga. So my headshot is anyone between me, right here, and the center, right here. Okay? So I'm closer to the border than both of these guys, okay? So we're gonna hit play. Alright. So here is the part where I get the headshot, okay? So you can see I've placed myself between him and the border. So now he is between me and the center, which is what's going to make it my headshot. Because all headshots, you've got to be closer to the border, they've got to be closer to the center. And then of course I crash into yellow. And that happens sometimes. So now here we go, we're going to talk a little bit about wrapping for a second here. So this is where we are. We're all the way over here now. I know it's probably really hard to see with my red skin and this guy's red skin. But we are let me see if I can, and we'll do that in a second. But when you're wrapped, go slow. As long as most of your skin is up against the person who has you wrapped, go slow, don't speed, okay? So when you speed, when you're on the inside here, it pulls your skin in. It pulls it just inside, it contracts itself. So you can see where he's been speeding right here. You can see he's flush up against me here because he just came through. But here, because he's been speeding, he has lifted his skin off of mine. Okay? So that gives me more room, it makes the wrap go faster. So it makes him die even quicker. So if you're trying to get help, you don't want to be in this wrap anymore, go slow. Go slow, it's your best way to get help. If you are the one wrapping, unless you're surrounded by friends or you have a cover, be very careful speeding, because let's say the guy on the inside's going slow, your skin's going to constrict underneath theirs. So what that means is if this guy wanted to, let's say his skin, I've been speeding and he's not, my skin's going to be completely tucked under his. He can come up against me and I won't be able to go there. And you'll get pinched and you'll either have to turn around and drop your wrap or die trying to go through. So we'll play this video, I'll show you. So you can see I'm speeding because he's speeding. He's trying to stay just in front of me here. And he's not super worried about staying quite up against me here. And we're going to pause it here. So before, it was kind of almost my headshot. And now on the map here, you can see with this wrap, it's just about his headshot, right? So he's going to take advantage of this. And I'm going to come in and bait him just a little bit. And he wasn't even close, but he tried. That was his attempt of the headshot right there. So we're going to go back and I'm going to show that to you guys right here. So here's the bait coming up right here where I start coming kind of close. And notice he gives me the room to make a mistake. Okay, I like to say the first one that dies when you're playing is the one who makes a mistake, you know? But he comes out of his skin because he knows this is my headshot right here, right? So now if he had come in, you'll see where he attempts to get me here. So had he been down here, his head come here, I probably would have died. This probably would have been his freedom right here. But he was way ahead of me. He didn't have a quick turn. He was probably just very impatient, didn't want to be wrapped, probably a little bit angry about being wrapped. Not sure, wasn't talking to him at the time. Don't know this player. But yeah, if he had come down where my head was, I probably would not have been fast enough to dodge that. So let's see, I threw some, okay, here we go. So right here, you can see I'm over on this 3 o'clock line. So we have 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it goes all the way up to 12. So this is our 3 line. So this is this guy's right here, this Nbay, I don't know what that middle word is, better. This is his headshot on me. So I could headshot the green if green's head was right here. But this is blue's headshot. So we're going to come back down here. And he just picked up a quick turn. So you can see he picked up that quick turn and he's going to come up and get me. And I'm trying to escape here. And that was almost my death. He almost got me there. That was very close. So again, just things to be aware of where you are on the map. It's one of the hardest things to do in this game because sometimes you're having so much fun. One moment you're here and the next moment you've crossed a line and you don't even know. It happens that fast. It feels like it takes forever to cross this map, but when you're having fun, you're having a good time, you're, you know, watching other players and stuff, you won't even notice when you cross a line. So it's one of the hardest things in this game is pay attention to where you are on the map. I fail at it all the time. So, but yeah, always be aware of who's got the headshot on you as well as who you have the headshot on. Because that could have been my demise right there. Okay. So here we have a bit of a fun video. This is David Rapu. That's Richards. Richards is gonna wrap us here in a second. Yep, there he goes. He's got his tail. So now he's gonna squeeze on us while me and David are fighting. So I'm a little bit torn here of get space to protect myself from Richards or fight David. And right there was the headshot. I didn't realize it was coming up that fast. Oh my goodness. So let me back this up just a second here. Can I actually get that frame? Kind of. So you can see this was the impact of the headshot. And look at where we are. We're on the 9 line, across from 3 line. This is center. So I smacked him right there on the cheek and got him. So now you might notice, if you can see that well, that this red dot's slightly above 9 line. Just slightly. We're just slightly above 9 line. Very slightly. So another thing where people will be like, hey, that was my headshot, you know, of the different angles, because had he been a little bit more straight down, kind of coming this way instead of this curve, that would have been his headshot. He had come straight down, which gave it to me, but had he come more like this, it very well could have been his headshot. So that's something to think about of angles. And if you have the ability to do clips, Xbox, I think it's like Xbox Companion or Xbox Game Bar, something like that. I'm not sure what it's actually called. I'll put it down in the description. Most computers, especially the gaming computers, will have it installed. If not, it's a very easy install, very safe install. And you'll have the ability to hit your Windows key and G, and it'll pull up where you can clip, record last how many seconds you want, things like that. It's pretty customizable. It's pretty fun. You can set it up to a hotkey. My hotkey is Shift Z, because in some games I use Z as a key and I also use Shift. So having to hit those two keys together usually doesn't set anything else off, and it allows me to clip what I'm doing. But you can set it up to whatever buttons you want. If you've got buttons on your mouse, I believe you can even set it up to click off buttons on your mouse. So I'll put that in the description as well. But yeah, so if you have the ability to take a clip, or if you record your gameplay, go back and look at the angles and see who you think, because it can just be a slight bit of them is closer to this border than you, and that's their headshot. So had he been straightened out, that would have been his. But that's what gave it to me, was that angle. So sometimes that's where angles get really, really complicated to learn. And then of course here I'm trapped. So here's a good one. You can see how fast he's going and how slow I'm going. So this is what I was talking about. See how my skin has disappeared under his? So let's say this wasn't here, right here. Somebody could come up along and come right here. He wouldn't be able to pass through. My skin's under there. He can't hit any part of my skin, or else he will die. So that's why he's come out the extra length a little bit here, to give himself that protection so nobody can come up and pinch on him. So he does something really funny here. So he's trying to get the headshot, and he didn't realize his tail was going to come around just at that moment. So he does a oh no and goes for it, but just like we were saying, this is a really good one. So he tries to cut me off here. He's hoping to kill me here of being ahead of me. So you'll notice he is higher up. He is closer to like this 12 line up here, or like 11 up here, than I am. So he's farther up above me, but I'm still closer to 9 line than him. So he was hoping to come up above me, because look, he has speed, I don't have speed. So he's faster than me too. But he couldn't make it all the way up here in time to get me. So It ended up being my headshot because he went a little bit early, hoping to get me, but in the end it was mine because I was closer to 9 line. And then Ellie's sweet, she didn't rat me, she was just trying to help me. So here we go, here's a good one. So here I'm kind of speeding, which I just told you guys don't speed, right? But look at all this space I'm trying to grab right here. And I'm not being a whole super careful, staying really close to him. But you'll see me slow down here. Here we go. So now I'm slowing down. He's speeding to catch up. This is his headshot right here, so I'm going to move over so he doesn't attempt it. And he has a little attitude with that, like, give me your head. I'm going to headshot you. And you can see there's a lot of room over here where his tail's coming around. But when you're in this position, when you're wrapped, once you have your space, which over here I don't have space, but that's okay. I'll let him take that. Sometimes you lose more space trying to get space. Trying to stay ahead of them isn't always the best bet, because if they're speeding, then you're speeding. You're making it easier for them to close in on you. So go slow. If you see people kind of like this guy, he looks like he's pinching on us right here. You know, shake to him and say, hey, help me, you know. So yeah, that is headshots and wrapping. If you've got a wrap like this, like he does, so he doesn't have his tail. So he's got a part of his wrap's going to be doubled for a minute, and then most of it's just going to be singled until he gets me small enough to get his tail, right? So if you don't have your tail a second time, go slow, okay? Unless you have, like, he's ahead of me right here, he's going to take all of this space, right? So go slow because it's your best chance to complete your wrap. Now down here it's hard, you can't see, I didn't catch this part, but I'm sure it comes to a good small point right there. You want your wrap as roundish as possible. You want to avoid, like, see this guy, how this is sharp. If I was wrapping someone and it was the sharp zone, I'd actually come out wide and kind of go wide around here and let them take that space, because if I come sharp around it when I don't have my tail, my skin is going to tuck under to about here, okay? Which is going to, if someone comes in and blocks right here, that's it. I have to drop my wrap. Unless this guy dies or this guy dies, I can't go through. So just something to think about is around really tight spots, give yourself that room. Give yourself that space. If you can afford it. If you're literally chasing your tail and you really don't have the room, you can risk it. Just watch out. Other people are going to be trying to wrap you, stop you from wrapping. They're going to be trying to just interfere just for the fun of it. So yeah, that makes up this video. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll respond to them. I also stream over on Twitch now, and I will also be putting that in the description. So if you see I'm streaming on Twitch and you have questions, please stop by and ask them, and I might be able to give you a live demonstration of whatever your question is, or be able to answer your questions, stuff like that. So anyway, have a great day everybody, and see you in the arena. I hope this really helped you figure out your gameplay and how the game actually works, because there's no real telling in this game of how this game works. So alrighty everybody, have a great day or a great night, whatever you're having, and see you in the arena. Lovey, lovey, lovey.